Welcome back to The Great Circle, the African survival adventure. I'm TJ, developer and creator of the project, bringing you a live development stream. I'm going to be looking at update 3, which I'm going to be rolling out on Steam in just a few minutes. I'm going to do a little bit of quick testing here. Give me 1 second. Let me switch this over here. Here we go. Alright, so we're going to first go and check a thing or two on here. You can follow The Great Circle on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all social media. Type in The Great Circle or follow the link in the description. If you want to play The Great Circle's demo, just go on Steam and download it, or just follow the link in the description. That's The Great Circle on Steam. You can download it for free. Don't forget to wishlist the full game. And don't forget you can join our Discord, also linked in the description below. Also worth mentioning, all these links are provided in the game itself. Just go to learn more and it will bring up all the links. If you have any questions, you can ask them while we are in the process of testing here. Hey, how's it going? Brandon Warner says, I tried the demo, but I kept getting the bird, then would get stuck in a slanted stance. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, the secretary bird, I think you're talking about the pounce that comes up, where it's supposed to be able to grab something. That can happen for certain animals that are not the right size yet. One way to fix it is if you pounce something again the right way and like let go early, it'll put you back upright. But yeah, that's an issue that we're working on. I'm working on. I don't know why you kept getting the bird though. It is supposed to be random in the demo. Now I should point out I have developer access. I can play all the animals, as also the Patreon supporters can too. but you should be able to do secretary bird, giraffe, wildebeest, and leopard as just a free demo. Alright, mama is not moving. Can take down some notes here. I think I'm gonna tackle that next because I saw it with the giraffe. Alright, so the little meat thing on the compass directly above me is supposed to be hunting grounds. Let me see, there we go. So if I hit the Q, that is the future scent button. It's showing me that I'm heading towards the hunting grounds now. So the idea is you go and you check hunting grounds to see if there are any prey there. There may be, there may not be. But you kind of gotta go and just check them one by one. And this is what lions do in real life. They go and they check the places where they normally find prey, see if there's anything there. And then if there's nothing there, you just move on. But this is a new system. We're going to see how it works. Too bad about Mama. We'll go back and see if she corrects herself, but looks like she's stuck. I don't think anything about any game that's competing with this one. It doesn't matter to me. I'm only focused on the Great Circle. I think we're better. That's the only thing I think. Great Circle is doing stuff that other games are not, like territory and developing all these mechanics and stuff, so that you can have a great adventure whether you're playing by yourself or with other people. And it's going to be a realistic, fun adventure that you can have as we get closer to the hunting grounds here. Yeah, can't grab it. But you can move it around. It's gonna I'm making it so that when you step on bones, they like crumble. Now I'm also testing the collision sounds for bushes and stuff, so that didn't go right. I'm supposed to be hearing the collision sounds for these bushes in front of me, for animals that are moving. That'll help you hunt as well. Think of it as scent for your ears. Alright, you can press a button and suddenly your hearing gets super sharp, and you can hear things off way in the distance. That'll help you know which way prey is, even if you don't have a scent. That's just a level up. Animals don't make that sound. But I'm listening now. Brandon says, yeah, the game does seem really cool. Can't wait to see where you take it. Thank you. It's come a long way, and it's got a long way to go. You know, my idea is I want to take it to be sitting right next to Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption in terms of quality, scale, and diversity of what you can do in this game. I think the Great Circle can be really, really big. That's where I'm taking it. And stick around for the stream, and you'll see a lot more. You'll get to see me play some human beings. You'll get to see me do some safari stuff. I'll be doing that in this stream. Stuff you can't see anywhere else, by the way. That's a tree that's supposed to make a noise right there. I guess it's not. I'm not big enough. Still gotta mess with the physics on it. See, when I did these, I was a big animal. I was an elephant or a giraffe. That's why they can move so easily. But we'll get it all tuned the right way. Now there's something here. I hear it. There it is. Let's see, we got health value on here. It's 14. We're digging in. Health value on the body's not going down yet. The body is decomposing. But we're having issues with the body. Let's see. Body not taking damage. You're supposed to be able to give it trample damage to it. I don't think that's working either. Oh, Brandon says, sorry, but did you say as Patreon you can gain access to more animals? Yes, Patreon members can access more animals and more game modes, such as documentary mode. So I was able to do some things to take care of people at every level. So if you're just checking out the game for free, there's the free demo. There's a bunch of free stuff in that. If you supported the game with Patreon, very much appreciated. Added some more stuff for you there, and that's pretty much it for now. I gotta take these fowls off of the see, these white dots are things that you can hunt. I gotta take those fowls off of there because they're not supposed to really be the source of substance. Oh, that's a hare. That's one I wanted to chase. see if the body takes any damage. Oh, okay. The hare's body took damage. Now it's dead. Now it's gone. Hare's body works. Let's go get some water. Are there more growth stages? So in the bottom right hand side, you'll see one of the stats there is growth, and it depends on the animal, but this one has 2 stages. So you can see that. Hang on, let me stop walking. This is auto walk. You can turn that off. But anyways, you can see. I'm trying to move the mouse. So here's the growth stage for the lion. You can see there's 1 out of 2 stages. I'm in the first stage, and if you look even further, there's a little number that helps you see how far along it is. It's 0.38, which is a decimal. It's a percentage made into a decimal. For those of you who remember in math, to turn a decimal into a percentage, you just move the decimal 2 places to the right. So it's 38%. And to turn a percentage into a decimal, just move it 2 places to the left. So when that reaches 1.0, that's actually 100%. Now, because there are 2 growth stages, hang on. Oh, okay. It's just the idle. Because there are 2 growth stages, when I get to 50%, it'll switch to the more adult version of the lion, but it'll only say like 1 out of 2, so 50%. So then you basically got to grow to like a full adult. So this will break down more in the future to be like baby, juvenile, subadult, adult, that kind of thing. So there'll be like 4 stages, but right now there's 2 main versions of this lion right now. Let's see. Which one is the close one? I'm forgetting where I am. Oh, this one. I think it's this one. We'll see if Mom's ready to move when I go back over here too. Cub needs foot sounds. shit. Look at all of them. Little phoenix. Okay, well that messed up. Me dead. Let's see. It didn't look like the armor went down. The line. Yep, the Great Circle. Seemed like a fitting title. One idea I'm toying with is the idea that you'll become the animal that kills you. So like how those phoenix killed me, I would have become one of the phoenix. And the idea that it happens immediately, like it's almost like you shift, like your soul leaves your body and goes into another animal. I'm thinking about that. I think that might be an interesting concept. So it's like, where do you end up? You know, you get killed as a lion by a hunter or whatever. I remember this line from The Lion King where it's like, our bodies become the grass and the antelope eats the grass. So it's like, what if you become the antelope right after the lion? I want to test the giraffe's balancing in a second. Oh, I got the line again. Let's see if Mother moves from around here. Actually, I gotta test something else. I gotta take you off screen for a second. Restart the thing. You know how to get the human thing out of the way. I want to take a quick look at a human test we got set up. This ain't gonna make sense to a lot of y'all, but I'm gonna test the human real quick. You can't really do much. You just need to see if it packaged correctly. The humans, can they do anything not in this game mode? The other game modes are story mode. That's where the humans I can actually move around and hunt and do stuff. In survival, I have to transfer a lot of those functions over still, so in survival I can't really do anything. But in the story mode game mode, see, you can fight, you can hunt, you can shoot your bow and arrow, that kind of stuff. Here it's like the bow doesn't even attach to the hand. So it is a really cool. This character, and then the other thing is there are different humans in the game. So this character is a Shuja, which is like a tribe that I kind of made up. It's based on Maasai, and she plays a certain role with the main story of the game. There's another character who is like a student who does like photography and stuff, so she can actually walk around with like a camera and take pictures of wildlife and stuff. So they actually all do cool different things, and they all get like different story missions and stuff like that. Oh shit, what just happened here? I thought I saw an animal. I think I did. But yeah, the humans can ride in cars, and I have like different types of humans. I have rangers, I have poachers, villagers, tour guides, safari patrons, students, like a bunch of different kinds of humans. One of the most exciting things about the game, in my opinion. Put you on the screen again. I'll be right back. Take a look at a couple other things real quick. Just snapping a few pics. This doesn't have any feathers on it right now. That's why it looks weird. My cousins, the chickens. We've come a long way, haven't we? I want to see how long it takes to run all the way to Central. Well, that's so cool. Thank you. Are there any snakes playable? I always wanted to see those in a survival game like this. Yes, actually. I have like 6 snakes that I can play as. I'll show you a snake after this. Let's see here. This is the spare. I'm trying to see those trees off in the distance are having any impact on this. I think it's just the loading of the next region. Okay. I think we should be good. Brandon says, I noticed the, hang on, let me move the chat so I can see it better. Oh, come on, I'm gonna put a password in just for this. Screw it. Just keep bending my neck. Brandon says, I noticed the animal list had some exotic next to their names. Could you explain that? Because one was a Komodo dragon, and that's my favorite reptile ever. Sure. You probably are seeing some of those from the website. It's really outdated. But yeah, some animals in this game are exotic, meaning through basically the story or whatever. Some of them are like escape from a zoo, and it's like you gotta go and grab somebody's pet in the story mode, something like that. Whoa, look at that. That ridge is not supposed to be like that. But yeah, there's some animals that are not native or invasive. They're just kind of like imported, and that's basically what that means. We're like 96 animals in, so I stopped updating the website list after it's like I'm doing an animal like every other day. But I'll update it again in sometime in the near future. At this point, it's definite. We know we're gonna have hundreds of animals. We just don't know the extent of how many will you be able to play. Where will some of them be in certain game modes? Don't know exactly, but we're right around 96 right now. Not really playable. I don't. My general feeling is that basically it'd be nice if everything that's in the game can be playable. So all 96, but right now where we're at is 29 are playable out of 96. But I don't know how many of all the animals that are in the game will be playable. But I do know it's a wide range of things. So, hang on a second. Pause the music. I do know it's a wide range of things. So you have things like birds, avians. So secretary bird, tawny owl. You've got small mammals like meerkats. You've got snakes like puff adder, green mamba, black mamba, mangrove snake. You've got the Nile crocodile, West African crocodile, golden eagle. You've got a monarch butterfly. Big range of things. Groot otter. Big range. And you got all these different types of humans too. But there's going to be a playable, like you can play as the German Shepherd. That's with the Ranger human. You can play as the Malinois. That's with the Poachers. There's lots of different ways to play the Great Circle, for sure. I'm gonna run up in here and see how it feels with the ostrich. Hey, White Wolf Gamer, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. How's it going, SJJ? KH. I almost called you Kingdom Hearts 3. Game looks very good now. Thank you. Much appreciated. Uh oh. Let me see a lost 3D3 device. That's GPU. Gonna have to restart it. Alright, we'll look at the snakes now. What's the GPU? We're testing on a 1050 Ti right now. NVIDIA. So far I think we're stable enough to roll this out on the demo. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the button. Oh shit, what happened? I wasn't looking. As soon as I said that. Restart. As soon as I look away, something happens. Oh shit, it's locked. Hang on, let me try it again. I guess I gotta fix that. That's why I really wanted to show like the constricting mechanic that I did too. Like you can actually grab something and like choke it to death. I guess I'll do it next time. Or I can do it in the editor later. I thought it was on the same bootstrap as the other animals, so that when I unlock it for one, I unlock it for all, but I guess I forgot to add it. I'm gonna have a hard time with the snake in this region. It's one of the reasons why it's locked. I have to have snake-friendly regions where you can actually see what you're doing. Did I get him? Guess not. I'll go towards the water where I can see the little prey running around first. Wow, you better be so much fun. I think you'll enjoy it. I like the, I've enjoyed working with all the different animals because it's like you're doing, it's almost like you're making different games all at once because of the play styles are so different. But yeah, it's a legit different way of life when you're playing as a venomous snake versus a constrictor versus anything else that you can play. The Black Mamba gets really fast. You're not that fast when you first start out, but it gets really super fast. Here's the point of view. I have regions that are better, much better suited for snakes. This is just not one of those. But like this is the, I'm also working on a little engine where it's like the head will push the grass out of the way much better, so you can see. But for now, you just gotta move the camera up a little bit. There's also something I'm doing with the transparency where it'll like let the grass be transparent right around your body, so it'll be much easier to see if you're. And then this actually might be a way for me to keep the areas as is and let you play the snakes and rabbits and small, really small things without the grass getting too much in the way. Right now it only works on bushes. Let me see if it's turned on right now. So let's turn it on. Let me try it again. Oh, let me see, maybe it's the bush. Let's try this one. There we go. See that? Hang on. Wait, what happened? I feel like I moved. Jesus Christ, I feel like the bush just completely got destroyed or something. Let me try again. Something happened. Alright, so that bush should transparent when I go through it. There we go. It's destroying it. That's what happened. Oh no, that's an error. That's not supposed to happen. But anyway, I'm working on that function for the grass without destroying the grass. I've never seen it destroy the bush before. That's interesting. I'm actually gonna write that down. Give me a second. Every day, something new to fix. Transparent. Destroyed. Unexpectedly. Maybe it's just as well because I'm working on the grass transparency very recently. Prairie. But like, how cool would it be to have like a little transparent shell around you, and you can just go through the grass? I've halfway have it working because if you notice, look at the grass. When I move, you notice that circle. Notice the circle? It's moving. It's like you're going through the grass. So it's like the grass has a little invisible circle around it. That's what that shell is. Once it's done, you're going to be able to see through the grass through that shell. That way you can go down here and get a better perspective. However, there's still the problem of like, how do you see beyond like a foot in front of your face? Like, how do you know what's way in front of you or whatever? Well, that's where the heat vision or heat stuff comes in to play, because snakes, they lick the air and they get all that information. So I'm gonna be working on that too. Very interesting gameplay, very interesting. I'm trying to get to this water because there's no grass around the water. Can they climb trees? Yes, actually. They're one of the first animals that could. Doesn't look great yet. So when I climb it, don't be too judgmental, but it will line up perfectly. It'll look great. The climbing of the trees is actually extremely easy. The hard part is making your character look good climbing the trees. That's the difficult thing. With snakes, it's it's a particular thing that you have to do, but it'll definitely get done. Damn, this is so much farther than I remember. This is an issue that the Isle is having, where they're trying to figure out like how to let people play really tiny dinosaurs without changing their landscape too much, because I bet they realize, damn, it's gonna take a lot of work to like make little environments playable. Hang on, I noticed they're doing something cool with foliage with like a new part of their map. So he's now venomed, so if we watch him, he should take damage. He should continue to take damage. He is. He's also running slowly, so he is taking damage. There's also a venom skull thing that should appear above his head to show that he's poisoned, but I don't see it. But that's okay, because right now the venom's killing him slowly. Stay zoomed out. And let's give him another dose. Now he dead. Aw, crap. So I'm also working on damage to bodies. The venom destroys the body quickly because it continues to do damage. So I gotta fine-tune the code for that. But it's a start. We're getting there. This is a viable playstyle with some with certain things that have to be done, but it can be quite a fun point of view to play the world from, and quite a fun way to play with the right things around it. Like, we got to get the transparency figured out with the grass down here so we can see what we're doing. Then we got to have the heat vision for the snake so you can see things in the distance. See, that helps. See the white thing? That helps. That's the primary thing that you'll use when you're looking for prey. But we got a lot more to do. Let's get to this dry patch over here so we can properly see everything. Finally. So one drawback is very easy to get stepped on and killed with trample damage. What is happening with this hippo? I bit him. Now the transparency thing is... Oh, the trample's not working on me. But I did venom those two. Look at him looking at me. What was that? I think I almost... Well, that just happened. Alright, let me check a couple other things and then gotta end the stream, get back to work. But that's alright. I'm excited about snakes. I think that the way that I'm gonna approach the issues of, you know, keeping your map scale versus the scale of that animal, it's gonna be the way that people should do it. Just give me a second. There you go, we'll look at one of the other humans real quick. I'm in the process of porting over humans from story mode, so we can kind of see how they'll play in survival. One of the questions is like, well, without the story mode missions to guide the gameplay, what did they do in like an open world setting? Like, well, that's the whole point of an open world. You have to build a world that's always happening. So there's always missions, always stuff to do. You know, you can kind of engage in it at will. But this is another one of the characters with their own story and. Couple things I want to just see if they're working correctly. Okay, well the shell loaded, but the rest is just not gonna work, I don't think. Okay, yeah, I wanted to test the character in this region. Okay, I'm back. For those who don't know, that That's the auto walk feature. You can just leave it walking. I'm actually working on a autopilot, which will let the AI take over and be your animal. And see if we can get a drink. Ah, that's unfortunate. Something's wrong with the drinking for the elephant. Hi Vanessa Rios. Do you have an expected release date? Actually, it's available to play now as a demo. What I'm doing is testing the update for the demo today. So this right here, what I'm doing right now, you can play right now today for free. Just go on Steam, type in the Great Circle, or follow the link in the description. Now, if you're talking about like the full early access game that is also in development, you can, well, that's just coming soon. I don't know exactly when. Now I should mention that in the demo you get to play as 4 different animals that are randomized for you. So when you click survival demo, like this right here, this is what you can access in the demo. You'll notice some of the other game modes are blacked out. So it selects for you one of 4 random animals, and then in survival, if you have the Patreon, if you're a Patreon supporter of the game, a content creator or a developer, you can go and select the animals at will. There's 29 playables to choose from. There's humans over here too. So you get more at different levels. I did not see any clouds in the sky. This tree should move for me. Oh, your Patreon, okay. I'm curious about the. Oh shoot! I got hit by lightning. That's unfortunate. New to Patreon, you care about the multiplayer stuff. I'm working on co-op PVE this month. I'm trying to get that done. That's one of the goals for this month's roadmap. So you'll be able to play with your friends in a co-op setting. So you're playing with each other against the environment. Multiplayer would be more like there's other players in the environment and maybe they hunt you, that kind of thing. I'm working on that in the future too, but first I'm trying to get the co-op thing going correctly. And I'm thinking it'll be a situation where you log in and then you can give a password. You could set up a password for your friends to join you so you won't have random people. Unless you want to. Just got a couple other things to check on before we get back to work in the editor. Respect your priorities. PvP would not be as enjoyable without decent looking animals in the environment. Well, I think our animals are very good and the environment looks very good too. But that's not the thing, is the priorities are reversed that way because it's primarily a single player game and there's a lot of, the world is made up of NPCs and AI. So hang on one second, let me get this. Trying to get the mouse to stay on the screen. So I'm building the PvP, the multiplayer goes on top of that. You know what I mean? So it's like whether there are players in the world or not, there should always be like animals like this. So it's, some people prioritize the multiplayer first and then they try to do AI. I decided to go with AI first and then, prioritize the multiplayer afterwards. I mean, in terms of looks, I think this game is like in a league of its own. It handles lighting better than everything else. I think the color palette is good. There is no competition when it comes to intelligent AI or anything like that. There's no competition when it comes to a single player experience. I mean, not really. I saw something listed as having single player, and it's like you log in and it's like a multiplayer server with no other people in it. So I think we're in a good path, good track here. Although Mama over there is doing her own thing. Oh, okay. So she's got the same issue that the lion had. Okay. The good thing is if I fix that for the lion, it fixes it for this too. Vanessa says, "Oh no, the animals and the environment are stunning. I didn't mean to make it seem like they weren't." Oh no, I get what you're saying. You mean like just prioritizing one before the other thing. It's just that most games release a game with way less progress than what you have. So love it. Thank you. I appreciate it. I believe in, since Steam gives you the ability to make the game early access, you may as well let people play it. If people are excited and they want to play it now, then the idea is that's a good thing for when it actually releases. I think it's great because then I could release as many updates as I want as fast as I want, and people know not to treat it like it's like some finished product or anything like that. It's developing, and I think it's good because in this genre, there's basically no other games. There's no African survival. I mean, the nearest other game is only animals. This has got that's a human village I'm walking towards, and there are going to be humans there, and I'm going to see if they will kill me, just to test it out. But like, this genre is a wide open, growing, cool thing. Let me see. I'm calling Mama. She is coming. Looks like she's coming. Will the parents be protective of you while you're baby? Yes, actually. It's one of the main things that they're responsible for is to help you grow. They protect you from predators and stuff in the very beginning. However, if you notice, look how far back she is. You kind of have to be close to her to get that protection. And some parents of the animals will actually leave you and go and do their thing, and then they'll come back and check on you. Like leopard parents, for example, will leave you at the den or wherever you're born, and then they'll hunt, and then they'll come back. I'm working on them being able to bring you back food, so like they'll bring you back a dead rabbit or something like that to eat. But that's ongoing. I'm also working on the nursing thing, so if you look at here, there's actually a milk stat, so you should be able to nurse from your mother as a form of nourishment. Yeah, so now she's kind of moving around foraging and stuff. If I go too far away, she'll come looking for me. So I'm gonna go towards this human village. See how she's looking at me right now, just seeing where I am. This is a little far for an elephant. Elephants like to stay closer. So I'll make some adjustments. Also a good way to get feedback too. Yep, my thoughts exactly. It's one thing to tell people what you're working on and like get their opinions on it, but it's another thing to let them try it as you're working on it and get their feedback on what they enjoy the most. Because this genre is so fresh, there's no rule book or any guidelines on, what will make it successful or fun. So it's really important to find out, hey, what is elephant life like? You know what I mean? Turns out they eat constantly. Turns out lions sit around for like 18 hours a day. They don't really do much. So it's useful to hear from people. Hey, it'd be fun if I'm a giraffe and your mother takes you to the watering hole every morning, or things people like to do as the animals. Or the humans. Animals are only 33% of the game. The human thing is pretty big. Let's get closer to the village. Mother's not coming. But if I call her, there, at least she responds to that. This is a stress call. Let me know if I'm talking too much while you're trying to. No, no, no. I do the stream so people can ask questions. It's like a live Q&A. Are you gonna make it to where naturally nocturnal predator AI are more active at night? Yep, that's currently the case. It used to be the case a lot more, but it's currently, if I see a lion, they're most likely gonna be asleep during the day. How do you distress call with the the number 4 key, or attack? And it's, when you attack, it's automatically a distress signal. But you can also just hit 4. For the elephant, it doesn't really make a sound right now, but it will. The important thing is the function is there. So if I call mom and she gets up, she's like, "What's going on? What's going on? Who do I have to stomp?" She's gonna come. You also don't have to call her. If something hits you, that'll do a distress call automatically too. So then she'll come if you take damage. Oh, okay, your 4 key isn't working, but when you attacked it did. Okay. Yeah, I need to hurry up and put the cue, the sound and animation on there too, so it'll be more apparent whether or not it's working. I'm gonna go be a menace for a second. Oh, the thing keeps going over his head. No. Alright, last thing we got to test the giraffe. New stats. I'm trying to figure out where the number should be. Hey, the wrench, your game looks good. Thank you. If nothing else, at least it looks good. It is, oh. Let's see here. Might have put in the wrong password. Give me a second. we gotta go back in. Still have to do the giraffe test. Vanessa says you're doing an amazing job, and I see you constantly working on it, which is why I subscribe to the Patreon. Thank you. A lot of people have faith in you. It's important you know an amazing job you're doing. And I really appreciate that. Really appreciate it. I found out it's very important for people to know that I'm constantly working on this game, because most people actually don't work, most indie developers don't work on their games full time. I do. So it's actually, been important. People probably should see that. People are a lot more patient when they know you're working on stuff all the time too. You know what I mean? So it's, I try to share stuff, stream, release updates all the time. It's all a part of the process. It's also fun. I really enjoy it, which is why I do it always. Let's see if we can just get our giraffe, do the balance test, and then get done with this. Keeping your community updated, and everybody and people love updates. Nobody likes being left in the dark, right? That's how I feel. In a way, the updates themselves are content. You know what I mean? Just being like, hey, by the way, I'm working on the tree climbing thing, or hey, the test for the venom is going well. You know, it's a little thing folks can look forward to. By the way, the tree climb is going well. Sorta. I have to make like a mechanic for each tree climbing animal, but I'm happy with the fact that if you walk in, like, I would just want it to be automatic, so if you walk into the tree, it actually starts to work automatically. So now we just gotta get the characters to do their animation thing. The environment's gonna be coming alive, a lot more alive too, because I'm putting down the roadmap. The roads are gonna have people and on safaris and stuff on them, like, constantly. So it'll be really cool to see when you get close to roads, you get close to humans. Not all good humans, but get close to humans. That does a lot. So that should be done by this month. One of these updates should have it. Nope, we got the wildebeest. Let's get the giraffe. Also, let me note the compass is coming in a little too fast. So happy to hear about the climbing, couldn't help but laugh. Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. You're gonna see, like, the tough thing is getting the AI to do it right, but you're gonna see, like, the leopards, like, dragging bodies up trees and stuff. You're gonna probably see a bunch of gore hanging from trees, and you'll know why. Vanessa says, yeah, most games try to keep some like suspense in their progress, but then they go 3 months with no updates. I stopped playing for that reason. I understand. Yeah, I feel like as a developer, usually those times when developers are quiet is when they're fixing bugs, because it's the least watchable thing to have somebody see you fix a bug. Most of it you can't see, and it's the developer hates to really spend time on it. That's when I've been the most quiet, is when I've been fixing that serious bug from April. But because developers have egos. They love to look spectacular. They love to let you know they're working on cool stuff like all the time. You know what I mean? If they have shit to show, they'll brag about it a little bit. So it's usually, in my experience, and from when I talk to developers on the developer boards or whatever, the times when they're least engaged with communities is when they're dealing with the most serious bugs in their game. Otherwise, they're releasing updates, they're releasing screenshots, they're talking about it because they're excited about it. But the bug thing is no fun. It really isn't. Alright, let's try this again. Ah, no. Ah, I think that is not just me. Gotta go and check the controller. I was talking to somebody the other day, and they were talking about how frustrated they are because it's like they work on their game when they get home from work, and it's like they had to deal with like a bug like a month ago. It's like, oh yeah, I identify with that. I had a bug back in April. Couldn't release any updates for the whole month, and they were like, I was like, you let your community know you're back, and you're doing your thing. It's like, nah, because it's like then they won't feel like I did any progress, and I want to wait till I finish this other feature or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying, but from their point of view, they probably don't know, like, you know, they don't know like you've been making a little bit of progress each day. So in his mind, it was like the amount of progress that he made from their point of view was nothing, when actually it was a lot of stuff. It's just stuff that like makes the game run smoothly. He was fixing a bug, but he was setting up the thing the way that it should have been set up the first time. Anyways, the point is, he wasn't keeping the community up to date because he was just self-conscious about he wanted to feel like it was moving, and I understand that. I was like, but people be a little more understanding if you're not. The thing that people tend to not, you can't let people lose interest. You got to get people's attention. Like you can't not see anything. You can't not talk. You gotta be like, there's this thing that's happening this month or whatever. But a lot of developers are like that, and one of the reasons that it gets like that is because people don't work on the game full time. So it's like every time they're getting themselves caught up, and then it's like they make a little bit of progress. Next thing you know, it's 3 weeks gone by, and they've done the amount of work that you could do in 3 days over 3 weeks, just because it's just that way in game development, where you have to review so much code that it can end up taking that long. So they tend to not say anything because there's just a long process, you know. Anyway, bugs, and when they feel like they haven't really made enough progress is when people are the quietest. But anyways, yeah, there was other people who were like, yeah, you probably should say something in the Discord. But then there was a surprising amount of people who were like, yeah, I probably wouldn't say anything either. I was like, oh, I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. I think it's probably a good practice. Okay, I might have a problem. Let me do this one more time. I feel like we just had the wildebeest. Let me see what happens when we do it again. If we get the wildebeest again, there might be an issue. Your boyfriend just died out of nowhere at the water hole. He might have got snuck up on by a croc. The crocodiles won't attack you until you're in the water or drinking or swimming. They won't. Most of the time, they won't. It's easy to get snuck up on. Next thing you know, like did he hear something, like a noise, like because it could have been like a croc that got him, or a hippo. I wouldn't go so far as to say any dev sucks, because I know how hard it is to number one, learn to code games, and then number two, learn to design games. You know, there's two things that's going on here. Like you can code a game the right way. You can program it to where it runs perfectly, right? But if your game sucks because it's boring, you know, that's a whole other problem. You got to do two at once. And most people are not getting paid to start doing it at first. You got to do two at once. Most people are not getting paid. And then if you're doing it in a new genre where it's like you don't have examples before you, you know, you're the one that's stumbling around figuring out what works and what doesn't work. In the case of another game, you know, in some cases, developers are just different. Like some folks are, what they're going to achieve is, you know, the success that they saw somebody else achieve. And then I feel like, hang on. Oh, I forgot to switch the window back. There we go. I feel like the competition is more of a game that's going to copy the game that came before them, the Isle, right? I feel like that's what you're going to get. You can pretty much predict whatever their example did is what they're going to go for. In my case, I'm clearly doing newer stuff. And you may prefer one or the other, but that's that may just be what you get, you know, from that developer. They may not be inspired to really go and do something new or different or run on a limb. You can't pounce snakes, by the way. That's what happens if you pounce a snake. For now. Anyways, so what makes the Great Circle great? Segue into, so what makes a Great Circle awesome and better than other games is number one, I'm inspired to actually do creative things like story mode and um, have a world full of AI. Have it to where you can play it by yourself or with other people. Um, to make it not just about animals, but tell human stories as well. To do a documentary mode. To make it feel like you're in a movie. I have a film background. That's where the cinema stuff comes from. I'm actually inspired. Not every developer is an inspired developer who's trying to like do different stuff. Not everyone needs to be. You know what I mean? Like, do you really need the next football game to like push the mode and like be all creative with like football rules and stuff? Actually, nah, they got it right. Just make it. Madden this year. Madden 2022, Madden 2020. People are gonna keep playing it anyways. Football is football, or FIFA, depending on which country you're in. But I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion, something they could see and touch. Let me see. Here we go. Now I can test the giraffe. I don't want to test against a human. Human's gonna win. Oh, Vanessa says, "Hey TJ, does this game have controller support?" In my opinion, he didn't hear a chomping noise. He was a good distance from it, though. He said his hunger had just reached zero. Oh, okay. And was that the reason? So if your hunger reaches zero in the game, what happens first is your animal will go into a coma. So if you're not taking damage from another animal, get in a fight, your animal will lay down and go to sleep, and then you won't be able to wake up because you're in a coma. And from there, you have a 50-50 chance of recovering and waking back up with a little extra hunger, a little extra health. Or you just die. So he would have known, he would have gone to sleep first if it were his hunger, I believe. Unless there was some glitch that happened. If he just dropped dead, I think that would have been that sounds like damage. Something attacked him and maybe he just didn't see it. Although now that I think about it, there's a couple of situations where I saw an animal drop dead. Like I tried to pounce a guinea fowl as a lion and that dropped dead like a version or two ago. It didn't seem to happen this time. So, and that's a little hard for me to explain why that happens, but I know exactly what that issue is. But it may have happened where he just dropped dead. I have to know what the circumstances is so I can recreate it and see what the cause is if that did happen. Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to leave the screen so I can hit the thing. The wrench says the map looks awesome. Thank you. You know, I'm just getting started. If you like this map, you will be very, very, very impressed with the updates that will come next for the map. I think you will really love what's coming next if you like this. This has a realistic scale. Like when you travel to a region, you are traveling. It's a very, very big map, but it's not fully expressed in all the up and down hills that it can have, canyons and tunnels and dens and stuff like that. All that stuff is coming, and I'm just not able to put it in yet because there are certain features that have to go up first. But yeah, I'm a minimalist, so the map is very minimal, but part of that is on purpose. A lot of that is on purpose. But yeah, there's a lot more that I'm planning to bring in. Like, you're gonna be able to go to actual full. There's a full city or small town. There's different villages for the tribes and stuff. There's gonna be a lot of human things that get added to. So it's actually, as big as the map is, it's actually gonna be bigger and have more detail. So I'm glad you like it, but it's gonna get way better. I can't wait. I'm trying to move this chat over so I can see it on my screen without switching. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let's scroll. Okay. Oh yeah, but yeah, there is controller support. I haven't. I'm playing on the keyboard right now, but it'll work for the controller too. Vanessa says his body flopped. That usually means you took damage. Could he have gotten bit by a snake or something? Yeah, he could have. That could have happened. I still have a lot of work to do on the snake AI. Some of them attack things that they shouldn't. But yeah, it's maybe he got hit by a small attack. Maybe he took trample damage from something. Maybe it could have just been a complete glitch where he just dropped it out of nowhere. But usually there's a reason. Maybe it was hard to see. For meerkats and burrowing animals, will there be pre-made dens to fight over, or can we make our own? Both. So some dens will be just a part of the. Here we go. This is what I want to do. I want to test a fight with this leopard. Let's see. Skin. Oh Jesus! That did not work correctly. It just went straight to the HP. And it was only 32 damage. So it should have took my armor down to like 18. Okay. That's useful information. I could probably fix that by the end of today. Let me see, was there anything else I wanted to do? One more thing. Let me try something with the human. One second. gotta make a note on the tooltips. Pen stopped writing. God, I hate when that happens. Okay. What's the deal with this character there? The camera does not move. Vanessa says, alright, it's been nice talking to you. Thank you for all the information. Good luck with everything. Thank you. Appreciate it. And you take care. Have a wonderful day. I think we'll end right here with this. Figure out if this is in the game or maybe it's the NVIDIA Ansel that's causing it. I don't know. It was working okay earlier. We're going to do some more testing with Siri here. Okay. Alright, well, gotta get back to work. Thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget you can follow The Great Circle on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all social media. Just type in The Great Circle or follow the link in the description. If you want to play the demo, it is available right now, today. Go and download it from Steam. Go on Steam and type in The Great Circle, or you can follow the description or follow the link in the description. Oh, interesting. It's still, let me see. It's on my second stream and it's on this. Yeah. Interesting. Anyways, yep. So download it from Steam. It is free. Just hit the green download button. Don't forget to wishlist the full game. Be notified when that comes out. You can also join our Discord for the latest info about the game. Interesting. Now the camera works perfectly fine. Yeah, thanks so much. And if you have any questions, hit the Discord. I'm there all the time. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for supporting the Great Circle. See ya.